everybody. It's been a while and I figured we should chat. I wanted to hop on here and give you guys a fun little update. There has been some fun stuff in the works and I'm gonna just come right out and say it and then we'll unpack everything as I go. I'm starting a coffee pop-up. A few of you might already know, I haven't even launched anything on Instagram. I just made an Instagram for it. And yeah, I am starting a coffee pop-up this year. Nice. Nice. Anyway, one of the things that I have been kind of doing on the side is making coffee. I've done 2 events now where I've kind of run my own little coffee cart, coffee booth, and both times it was really successful. And so I was just kind of told like, hey, you should kind of do this on the side. You should consider doing this on the side. And I never really thought much of it, but why not just try? Why not just see what happens starting this coffee pop-up, coffee cart situation and just see if it takes off. So that's what I've been in the process of working on here recently. The name is Bean Co. I'll probably put a graphic on here somewhere. If you want to follow that on Instagram, it's bean.co.coffee. bean.co.coffee. And basically it's just going to be a coffee pop-up in the Nashville area. I have no idea if this is going to take off. I have no idea if it's going to be a complete flop and not turn into anything, but I just wanted to document the journey. You know, this is part of the reason why I'm doing this whole YouTube thing, is to just document my life as I continue to grow up, and I am just really excited to take you guys along on this journey. So far, I have nothing planned and nothing done. I have created the name, I've created the Instagram, and I had my photo shoot, my first photo shoot actually today. That's all I've done so far. Hopefully the next steps will be planning my first actual pop-up. Crazy thing is I've already had some people contact me about doing some collaborations. So I'm getting really excited for what this could turn into. But yeah, next steps are figuring out, you know, a website, figuring out when my first pop-up is going to be, where it's going to be. I need to come up with my menu. I have some coffees that I know I want to incorporate that are kind of like my staple ones that I have made for a while now that people have really enjoyed. I'm just in this whole like learning curve right now, but I'm excited to have you guys along for the journey. I hope this is enjoyable for you. I know I love kind of seeing how things start, and I'm wanting to show you in real time rather than just like one long video of like how we started and where we are now. Why not join me along for the journey and see how things go? It's actually kind of funny how all this started. Long backstory. My dad taught me how to make coffee when I was like 3 years old. Not like specialty coffee, but like he taught me how to like put the water and the coffee grounds in the coffee pot and make coffee. So that was like my thing as a kid, was my parents would have their friends come over and I would make the coffee. I would pull up my chair to the counter and I would make coffee for everybody. So I've been technically making coffee since I was 3 years old. I'm just putting that out there, just gonna say that. I've always had a love for coffee. Again, ever since I was little, my parents would make me what they called kid coffee, a little coffee mug that was like this big. So it was like this much milk and like this much coffee, like the tiniest little like 2 drips of coffee. I always felt so special as a kid. I was like, I'm drinking my coffee with my parents in the morning. And my whole family is very into specialty coffee. My family has always just had this love for really good quality specialty coffee. And I think that kind of put me in a position to, I don't know, even start this thing. Like, it's not like I'm just dumping, no hate on Folgers or like Maxwell House, but it's not like I'm like dumping that into whatever. But we got super intrigued with all the things of like Chemex and French press pour over coffees, drip coffee, all the little different types of coffee you can imagine my family's dabbled in. I've had 2 of my sisters that have like actually worked in an actual coffee shop, and I've learned a lot from them. And so it was just kind of natural that when I started making coffee, it was just fun. I wasn't ever anything for a hobby or anything like that. It was just, I love coffee. I love the taste of it. I love messing around with different recipes and ingredients, and here I am. That kind of all started when I was a kid. And then, you know, as I got older, just trying out a bunch of different local coffee shops. Anywhere I traveled, I loved to to try, not necessarily chains of like coffee chains are fine, but I love going to a new city and finding a hidden gem of a coffee shop in whatever city I'm in. And I just think it's so fun to just try out different specialty coffees. So naturally, when I started making my own coffee at home, I was like, well, this tastes better than any chain that I could buy that's near me where I live. And so it just kind of started as my friends would come over and I would make them coffee, or I'd make coffee for my boyfriend, or my friends had their wedding shower and the whole thing was coffee and brunch. So that was actually my first like event that I worked where I made coffee for everybody, and it was a hit. Everybody loved it. And so the joke kind of came around, pause. I should probably explain the name because it kind of makes sense. But backstory, my childhood nickname is actually Beanie. It all stemmed from when my mom was pregnant with me. My family was studying Italian together. And so they always called me Bella Bina when my mom was pregnant with me, which means beautiful baby. So Bella Bina turned into Bina, which turned into Beanie, which turned into Bean. So my family nickname is Bean. So naturally, in starting this whole coffee pop-up, I was like, I have to incorporate Bean somehow. Like, that has been a part of my life, my entire life, you know? I've never not been Bean or Beanie. That's where all of this started from, is Bean Co. That's me, it's a coffee bean, but that's my name. I am Bean. So all that to say, it just became the running joke of, oh, like Bean's making her coffee or whatever at this event that I did for my friend's wedding shower. The joke was tossed around of beans. Like that was, and I originally thought about making that my name for this, like for branding, was beans. But I figured that a lot of people might not know what, like, it was more of like a funny inside joke than anything. I originally was like, oh, beans, that would be hilarious. But the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, this could like actually turn into something. Like this could actually be something if I just like, if I put my nose down and grind your coffee. Anyway, but that was my thought process, was if I just try it and just try to see where this thing goes, you know, I have no idea what this could turn into. And so I literally put no thought to it. I was like, the thing that is gonna get me to commit to this is I just need to start the Instagram page. Then I will at least have the like name secured, and that will force me to be like, okay, I have this Instagram page, I have this thing out there, I have to do something with it. So I literally didn't tell anybody. I went and I made my logo and I just started the Instagram, and I followed 30 people closest to me that have invested in this coffee journey with me, who have told me I need to start this pop-up, who have been super supportive. And I literally got like 50 followers in one day, and people were posting about it and so excited and supporting me. And I was like, well, dang, now I actually have to commit to this. Like I actually have to do this. And so now I'm kind of tied in. Like I have nowhere else to go. I have to at least try this thing because I have people now counting on me to do this. So I literally I didn't even think twice. I just made the logo, secured the name, started the Instagram, and did my first photo shoot all within a week. So this has been a very fast process, but I honestly think that this is the best way for it to happen with me, so that I actually commit to it and do it, and I don't just like talk about it for years and then never actually do anything with it. So that's where we're at now. We're all caught up to today. I'm just excited. I am really trying to keep my expectations, like, not be hopeful, but keep my expectations low so I don't get like upset if something doesn't take off or whatever. But I truly have like no expectations for where this is gonna go, and I'm just following whatever happens. So if you would like to support me on this journey, please feel free to follow the Instagram. Again, it's bean.co.coffee. And I'm hoping to have, you know, little things up there here soon once I get the content back from this shoot that I just did. If that at all interests you and you want to follow along that journey, I'll be far more active on the Instagram page itself. So go ahead and hop on over there and give it a follow. And I'm so thankful for all the support that I've already gotten up to this point. So I'm also very proud of myself because I said that this was one of my goals for 2024 was to start this coffee pop-up. And the fact that it's only like not even 2 weeks into January and I've already started it, I just want to pat myself on the back for that, because I feel like this is the first year that I'm like actually taking initiative on something like this. I've never done anything to this capacity of starting a business type deal. You know, I've done little things like I have my podcast with my best friend. I've never actually taken something and started it from the ground up myself. So this is just all very new, all very exciting, and we're just gonna see what happens. I don't really know how else to end this video other than just stay posted, I guess. I'll try to update you guys as much as I can. I'm sure I would love to make future videos of my first pop-up or my first event. I'm just so excited to document with you guys, so stay tuned.